Hey guys, this is Rob and welcome back to The Art of Wax. Today we're going to talk about a classic or not so classic Leonard Cohen album called Death of a Ladies' Man. Death of a Ladies' Man is Leonard Cohen's fifth studio album and was co-written and produced by Phil Spector, who passed away recently. Phil spent most of the time in the studio drunk and armed, as is his reputation. Released in November of 1977 on Warner Brother, this here is actually a Columbia pressing from Canada. It's one of the only Canadian pressings, although this saw a couple reissues in US and Europe. To give you an idea of what else was on the market in November of 1977, top albums would include obviously Fleetwood Mac Rumours, Steely Dan's Asia, and Simple Dreams by Linda Ronstadt. Death of a Ladies' Man has inspired fewer cover versions of Leonard Cohen songs than any album preceding it. Both the songs that were covered on this, I think it's True Love Leaves No Traces and Don't Go Home With Your Heart On, were the only two songs ever covered off this album, and both of those were covered for a Leonard Cohen covers album called I'm Your Fan, which is also the album that sparked the Hallelujah Renaissance that we're feeling still today. Another interesting fact is that Bob Dylan has contributed vocals or backing vocals to a couple songs in this album, including the aforementioned Don't Go Home With Your Heart On, which could be actually one of the better tracks on this wildly unusual Leonard Cohen album. There's an interesting article that I'll link below by Randall Roberts from the LA Weekly. It highlights a lot of the lyrics on the album, the content of the album, and how it could be eerily tied back to the murder committed by Phil Spector of Lana Clarkson. So take a look if you have time. It's a very interesting read. Also, for those who are interested, one of the cooler liner notes that you can find on this album is where the team bought their pizza and booze while recording the album. The liquor itself, obviously, could be bought by John and Pete's Liquor Store, and the pizza came from Piece of Pizza, both in Los Angeles where the album was recorded. The cover art of this is a photograph taken by an anonymous street photographer who wandered in the restaurant and shot the photo of model Eva LaPierre, Leonard Cohen, and Susan Elrod. Susan's not that Suzanne, she happens to be the mother of two of Leonard's children. The photography, or the photograph itself, looks a little bit like the 1975 album by Art Garfunkel, Breakaway, though it's a little less chaotic. Alright, that wraps up our quick look at Leonard Cohen's Death of a Ladies' Man. If you have any other cool information about this album, please leave it in the comment section below. I'd love to hear it. One of my favorite quotes about this album is that too much of the record sounds like the world's most flamboyant extrovert, Phil Spector, producing and arranging the work of the world's most fatalist introvert. Nothing can be further from the truth.